You have to understand that in every single person's life, in every single family, there is a pattern. And these patterns, some people call them demons. Every single one of us, every single individual, every human being has a demon to fight. Now, when I mean demons, I mean there are always things that seem like a pain in the neck that doesn't want to go away. For some people, it could be failed relationships. Relationships keep failing. For some people, it's you come into a family, they always have failed marriages. You come into certain families, they probably never get rich. You come into some families, the young men there die early. And you come into some families, you'll be surprised to know that there are women, so many families that have women who always die in pregnancies. So now, when we have these types of patterns, these are just some examples that I've given. Now, I want you to understand that every single individual should look at themselves, look at yourself, look at your life, and see what is this one thing that keeps repeating itself. And then you look at your life and you look at your family members, you look at your parents, you look at your dad, you look at your mom, your uncles and aunties from your dad's side and your mom's side. And then you ask yourself, what exactly is it about them that I can see in their lives? And I can also see those things crippling into my life or creeping into my life, trying to repeat in my own life. Now, when you spot that kind of thing, don't joke with it. Just know that, yes, this is a pattern that is about to repeat. This is a pattern that is about to come into my own life. This is a demon that is fighting every other person. And since this demon has opened its arms of wrestling to me, I must battle back and I have to be the winner. So how you do these things is simple but not simple. And one of the things you have to do is that apart from prayer, you can pray if you're a Muslim or however, whatever you believe in, you can pray in whatever you want. But the ultimate thing is that you must be absolutely decisive. You must make very conscious steps. There are some people, they come up, they see that there's poverty in their family, and they determine that they will do everything necessary, whatever it takes, to make sure that they don't remain poor. You come into some families, you see some people, they have about 10 young girls in the family, none of them have married. You come into a family, you see 10 young men in the family, none of them are successful, none of them has made anything in life. It is your duty as an individual to look around you and say, this thing that I have seen across the board, I do not have to repeat the statistic. So now, when you have this type of statistic or when you have these types of demons fighting you, every single one of us, it's not a personal thing. Every single one of us has something that we ultimately have to put our finger on. That yes, if you really look at yourself very well, if you introspect a lot, you will know that yes, this particular thing, this is something that I ultimately have to deal with and deal with it very decisively. So one thing I can tell you for free, make sure that you look at yourself, look at your family, look within and tell yourself, this one thing, I have spotted it. It is wrong about me. It is wrong about my life. It is wrong about my family. And then you ask yourself, what is that one thing I can do to make sure that I check this, to make sure that this does not ultimately repeat and does not keep going in my own life? So it doesn't have to do with prayer. It doesn't have to do with, yes, you can pray about it, but in the place of prayer, there is a place of very, very, very deep and tough action. Now, some actions that you will take to check things like this. Listen, actions that you usually take to check things like this are actions that will also always have people telling you, oh, why are you doing stuff like, even family members are going to ask you, oh, we don't do like this in this family. Well, nobody has ever done that. For you to deal with something that no one has ever dealt with, you have to do something that no one has ever been able to do. That is the only way you're going to be able to do that. So people who break out of these patterns, people who break out of these, curses or whatever, they do things that beyond the ordinary person, things that ordinary people within the family, ordinary people within their circle are afraid to do. These steps, those are the very steps they take. So if you're not willing to take those kind of steps, you're not willing to take these kind of risks, something that can help you a whole lot if you pay very good attention and absolutely take the right steps and the right measures to check them. You probably you come from a family where, they don't make babies a lot. Maybe it's just you. Two of your sisters have gotten married. They don't have a child. Two of your brothers have gotten married. They don't have children, all those kind of things. You know for a fact that something is wrong somewhere, and you must do whatever it takes to make sure that you are not part of the equation. If it means getting enough money and probably having IVF and all these kind of things, start doing it early. If it means getting surrogates, start doing anything you want to do to make sure that you check that kind of stuff, to make sure that it's not in your own life. Make sure that you are doing it very, very early in life, right on time. All right. So please, this is a very quick video on battling personal demons.